friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Han Banan and today I'm going to be playing Tiny Glade. I am obsessed with this game right now. So the theme for today was hiking trail. So rather than building like a big castle or a village or anything, I was really inspired by like state parks. I grew up 5 minutes away from a state park. So the first structure I wanted to make was like just a little shelter where weary hikers could come and have a little sit down. So I just made this little square building, and if you add the pathing to it to make doors and then put it inside, it makes open arches and an open building. So that's what I did here, and then I just adjusted the roof a little bit, added some windows so that we could get some props on the side of it. And unlike the last one, I wanted this to look like a very popular hiking spot. Like many people go here. So then I wanted to work a little bit on the hiking trail itself. So that's what I was doing here. I wanted stepping stones going across this little creek for the more adventurous hikers, and then a path winding up the hill and over to the ledge so people can peer down at the water. My only complaint with this game is that when you try to add water onto a hill, it always makes a cliff. And I don't always want that. Sometimes I want something higher up. So hopefully like in a future update, they'll make it so like you can maybe change the elevation of the water that you're placing. And I just started adding some lanterns. I did my little bench trick where you make an arch with the fencing and then just lower that and it makes like an arch. But I was having trouble with this one. You really have to get the camera inside the building to be able to adjust anything in it without it just wanting to change the building. So, but I got it. I figured it out. But keep in mind this video is sped up 2 times, so imagine that took me twice as long as it just looked to get right. And then I wanted to make a little fire pit. So I was trying to figure out how to do that successfully. So I started by making just like a circular enclosed wall. And then I wanted to add a chimney, but I had to keep adjusting the height. And then if I tried to lower it, I couldn't go any lower than that. So I thought that looked nice. And then I put lanterns inside to give a glow. So it looks like maybe there's a smoldering fire whenever it's nighttime and those light up. And I was hoping to be able to adjust the height of some of the wall, but I really couldn't without taking the chimney down. Oh, pet the duck, pet the ducks. Sweet little ducks. So then I just went ahead and started adding some fencing everywhere. That one made an arch because there's stepping stones right there, so that means there's a path. I like how, depending on the steepness of the hill, it adds steps. Okay, so I'm actually picking this recording up a couple days later, but I just wanted to tell a quick story about the last time me and my family went hiking. So last summer, we went as a family to Starved Rock in Illinois, and we were actually meeting up with my husband's whole family. So before we met up with everyone, we just wanted to go, just the 4 of us, up Starved Rock. We wanted to go to the park and actually hike up the rock because his family probably wouldn't do that. So I had my son in the baby wrap. He was about 6 months old at the time, and I was so nervous the whole way. Starved Rock is extremely steep. It's basically a giant cliff, and going up was extremely challenging. I am certainly not the most athletic person there is. I'm not in like super bad shape or anything, but I am not overly athletic. And so hiking while carrying like a 15-pound baby on my chest was a bit of a challenge. So going up was not the worst, but the hike back down was one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life. I was so afraid that we were going to just tumble forward since I was so front heavy with the baby on my chest. And I think everyone behind me going down the stairs was getting extremely pissed off because I set us at like a snail's pace. We were going so slow. So if you were at Starved Rock last August, I can't remember exactly what day, and you were behind me going down the stairs, I'm terribly sorry for slowing you down or inconveniencing you in any way, but it was literally like mine and my son's lives in my hands. So anyway, I built this cute little cottage. I thought this would be like a good place for hikers to take a break, maybe grab a snack or hang out by the fireplace if it's cold. And then I just built some stairs going down. I noticed in the last video as I was editing it that I'm kind of really bad at stairs, so I'm gonna work on that process, not making it so infuriating to watch. And then I just started adding some lanterns everywhere. And actually, I've learned some more cool things by watching some other people's videos on this game. Like I've learned that you can move the props around. Once they've spawned at the window, you can literally move them anywhere. So for future builds, that is definitely something I want to do. I saw someone do that, and well, I had the video on and I was doing some stuff around the house, and I came back and looked at the video and saw like pumpkins just freely out in the middle of the yard, and I was like, how did he do that? And my daughter's been playing the game too, and she's 9, and she was like, oh, you can just move them. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, once they're there you can just move them anywhere. Like, I had no idea. So even she's learning things about the game that I don't know, and I feel like this is the kind of game that there's always a little bit more to uncover. With each build you do, you learn something else you can do. So then I just wanted to start working more on the actual hiking trail. I added this path going behind the building, and then there's like a little well there. I figure that's for the restaurant. And then I started meandering this trail around, and I wanted to connect it with the trail over by the creek. So that's what I started doing here. I wanted there to be lots of rocks in the water so that it was easy to play in, you know? I think about when I was a kid, I remember taking family trips to Turkey Run State Park, and that's like in southern Indiana, and we would always spend hours and hours at the creek playing in it, and I remember hopping around in the rocks in the ravines, and it was always a good time. It was starting to look very cute. I like how it looked at night, sort of sparsely lit up. I added some lanterns down by the creek. I didn't want them in the water because I feel like part of the fun of the water is it's a little bit dangerous. So, and then I made this cliff here, and I grew up right by a state park, so I wanted to add we had a big observation tower, so that's what I wanted to add here. We called it the fire tower, and you climb up all these steps and then get to the very top, and it's very flat. Where I grew up, there's not a lot of hills or anything, so you could just see trees for miles and miles and miles all around you. And it was metal, and you would climb up from the inside, and I wanted to kind of replicate that here, but it couldn't exactly get the stairs to go inside the watchtower, so I made them go around the outside. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm kind of infuriating with the stairs, so I had to curve them down, and I think I'm going to speed this part up a little bit more. Okay, I think I got her done there. Aren't you glad I made that go faster? Imagine how long that actually took me. I gotta work on my stairs building. Another thing is, I noticed I can't add lights or lanterns onto the staircases, which is kind of annoying. I would like to be able to hang some up there, but it's okay. And then I just added some more fences for just a little bit more details, so no dummies fall off this little tiny cliff here. And they just sort of mark where our hiking trail is. And then I added a little pond on this side of the cliff, somewhere to look at the ducks. Got rid of some of the trees so that you could see the pond from up top. And I like when you add the flowers in the pond, it makes a bunch of blooming lily pads. It's super pretty. I think this is the flowery season preset. I just kept working down our path. And connected everything. And then I wanted something over here, so I figured this would be like the entrance to the park. So this is like the welcome center, the gift shop, whatever you normally have at the entrance to parks like this. I flipped the roofs around a little bit, added our door, and then it was starting to get dark, so I wanted to light up the whole path. I put an arch to kind of mark that this is the entrance to the park. I grew up like 5 minutes away from a state park, and that was like our playground as kids. We loved going there. I have memories of trick-or-treating at Halloween there, and then like fishing in the summer, seeing turtles at the pond. So I liked this theme a lot. I've always been a nature lover, and even in the winter we would enjoy it because it was free to get into in the winter because not many people are going hiking or anything, but there would also be just nobody there, and kids who live in rural communities tend to drive pickup trucks as their first vehicle. I grew up on like a hay farm. We made hay, which basically is like, I think, the laziest form of farming, because it's like you just let the grass grow super tall, cut it and let it dry out for a few days, and then roll over it with a hay baler. And so farm kids have pickup trucks, and so my first vehicle was a Ford Ranger. Before it was a meme, it was a 2001 Ford Ranger, and me and my friends in the winter would go through the state park and just drift around all the corners. There'd be a line of us in pickup trucks just swerving all through the different curves through the woods and stuff. Thank God nobody got in an accident or hurt or anything. Those were the days. That's what kids who live out in the country do, because there's nothing else to do but drive around and be stupid. Then I worked on our path a little more, love for the sheep, and I added a little sitting area over here. I connected it all back over here. I made a little ledge, and this was pretty much the end of the build. After this, I just add some more fencing and some more lights, put some benches down by that sitting area. But this one was really fun. It brought back a lot of memories for me of all the time spent hiking, and even when I was pregnant with my daughter, I was at another park by our house. It was like a county park, and we got lost in the woods. I was like 10 weeks pregnant, so very early pregnant, and we had to scale a cliff to get back to the main path, and that was probably one of the most treacherous moments of my life. And that was it. It was time to take a walk. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like or a comment. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.